Hey, Christina. How are ya? Hold on, I'm trying to get these calendars open because I got super busy this morning and wasn't able to get to them till just now, of course.
You're fine. I'm trying to update my stuff for school while because the baby just went down for another nap because he's not feeling too well today.
Oh, poor baby.
He's cutting his bottom tooth, so he's just miserable.
Which makes mama miserable.
Not so much. Just I can't it's like he's only happy for so long and then it's not enough.
I don't know why I can't open these calendars. Maybe I have to download them first.
You might have to because I just posted the files. I didn't know how else to do them.
Yeah, it should open for me, but it's not opening. It just opens to a link, so I don't know how to do this. Let me go into media. Files. Download. Download. Okay, we'll see if that works. I'll give it a few minutes to download. Hopefully everyone comes on here. Let me go to why isn't it opening? Okay. Let me close these. Let me open it that way and see what happens. There we go. I think that did it.
There it goes.
Okay. Well, where is everyone?
Somebody said she was trying to make it in, so hold on.
Yeah, that was Shanda.
Shanda, yeah. Like, I know somebody said they were coming. Don't ask me.
We'll give it a few minutes for everyone to get on. With my breakfast. Seriously, that's how bad it's been today, how crazy it's been today. All right, I got to that. What? What? Okay, hold on.
Hello.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm getting warmer. I've been freezing all morning.
They finally got your heat working?
Oh, our heat hasn't been out, but it's
That was Lori.
It's such a crappy system that when it's really cold, we have to turn it up really high to just get the chill out of the house. And so I woke up.
My house is so old, it feels like it's the same way some days.
Yeah.
And then I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 windows that are metal paned. So it makes it worse. And it stayed damp for so long we didn't get the plastic on the one on the baby's room, so
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Crazy.
We keep an extra heater in our room and
Yeah.
in his room.
Yeah, we have a couple of those as well.
It's not just I keep a couple different heaters in different places only because if I don't, I have, even with the heat on in the house, it's like those 2 rooms will still get cold.
Yeah. Hi, Lisa, who never talks.
I've heard her voice twice.
So she can.
She
I
can.
usually just have the baby, and he makes it hard to do anything.
Right?
Yeah.
Hi, Jenny. Excuse me.
He's in bed right now.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out.
Wish I was in bed.
I might have to look over that some more and actually talk with that for you.
Which one?
Both of them.
Yeah, like I said, the one I get free, they're both free. The one is basically gives you all the holidays and even those funny holidays throughout the month.
Right.
And then the other one, he puts one out every month, and it gives you an idea of stuff you can post as far as generalized ideas.
Okay. Okay.
See if I can get it.
Bad time to message me. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I think maybe we should just go ahead and get started. We're already about 5 minutes in. So I know that Christina is struggling with what to post, and she does have some social media calendars, which I can show you guys if you want to see them. That's not how I want to do it. Oh, share screen. So I can show you guys what she's using. Which one is it? That's not it. That's not it. It is screen. Share. Hold on. Let me get to the right spot. Okay. So she's using, can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Super zoomed in. So she's using a calendar that has different things on it. So like for today, we'll just look specifically today. It says client showcase. So post a photo of a happy client. If you're just starting out, then show your product with a friend or family member. So that would be a good place where you could go in and you could get a testimonial. Oh, am I I need to make sure I'm recording, you guys. Hold on just 1 second. I don't know if I can do that. I'm pretty sure I'm recording. I hope I'm recording. I have to go out on my screen to tell. Okay, hold on. Am I recording?
It says recording. It's showing it's recording.
It is showing it's recording. Okay. So there would be a good place, even if you don't have one yourself for a friend or family. That would be like a good place for you to just go get one of the testimonials. If you don't have them or don't see them, they're in our group under reviews because I named it wrong and I don't know how to fix that. Under topics. In my group, if you're in my group, you can go into testimonials and you can just pull one and post it. So that would be a good place to post that. So, and then funny story, you know, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Create a post that uses a question to communicate one of your main strengths. Product service, provide a compelling reason to use your product or service other than your competitors. Positive thinking. I mean, so answer an FAQ. Create a post that uses a question to communicate one of your main strengths. I see what you're struggling with. I definitely see what you're struggling with. There might be better ones. I mean, like some of these are really self-explanatory and some of them aren't. Run a limited availability offer, provide an example of how your product or service can be used in an alternative way, like the konjac sponge, the girl that posted the picture of the konjac sponge the other day that put it in a plant as a way, you know, so that's something that you might want to use there. Fun fact. So apparently he has a content guide for that. Valentine's Day, of course, you know, to just do so there's images and there's all kinds of neat things in there. So that's pretty cool. Photo of the month.
Page 2 of that one is basically, if I remember right, if you look at page 2 of it, it gives you, that's where he has other stuff. But if like you pay, you can get other stuff, more stuff from him, but this calendar is free.
Right. And there's all kinds of free calendars that you can use like that. I'm going to stop the share. So, hi Shanda. So let's talk about, instead of those calendars, and I'm going to circle around to those calendars because, man, I don't know why I'm so red. I'm going to circle around to those calendars, but Christina has that. That's what Christina's been using, Jenny. And I've never used it. And literally, I was going to use it today or open it today, and I literally never saw it till 3 minutes ago. She popped it up first thing this morning, but my morning has just been slammed. I just got out of a meeting just in time to just pop in and take a shower. Yeah, I mean, I went in and popped a shower just so I could make it here. Literally, you guys, this is my breakfast. So if that says anything at all. So I think maybe we'll circle around to calendars and how you can use calendars and finding calendars that you can use that will benefit you. So maybe you can go in. I'm going to just real quick. Kimberly Olson, if you don't know who she is the Goal Digger Girl. She offers amazing stuff and lots of free stuff. And I believe she has a content calendar that is real simple. I actually might have it. If I do, I'll load it into our group in a little bit. Let me make myself notes as I do this. But the Gold Digger Girl also offers all kinds of free content. So if you're not on her Facebook page, I highly recommend that you go and you get on her Facebook page because she does live videos every single day, all throughout the day. And then like she has what is the challenge that's coming up? I think it's a content challenge that starts next Tuesday, the 15th. A Gold Digger Content Challenge, which is a free thing. You hop on. If you can't watch it, you can hit the replays. She'll tell you exactly when she's going to be on, but I am certain that that's going to be a good resource for us to really step up our games on content because she's just amazing. Now, I don't stick to just one person because I don't necessarily I'm not able to necessarily follow all the steps maybe one person does, but I might love something that this person does or love something that this person does. And so I kind of intertwine them and make my own, you know, like I tell Jenny all the time, I beat to my own drum, you know, so I kind of work on a level like that where I've done so much since COVID hit. I did so much training and so much watching, and I try to watch or read a little bit every single day, something that might improve. That's why you guys that are on my team, which is all of y'all but Jenny, know that even when we very first started, the things that I was saying to you guys versus what I say to y'all now are not, there are some things that are the same, but a lot of it, you know, has been a growing pattern and a growing change for me. So I think the first thing you need to realize is that the one thing you can do for yourself is make sure that you're open to change and make sure that you're open to learning. Make sure that you're open to adjusting your system to adjust to you to where it'll fit your needs and become authentic to you. Because if you're trying to use a calendar, like just on looking at that, to me, that calendar is, and I'm sure it really is great for some people, but I haven't looked at it, so I can't say it's not a good calendar. That's not what I'm saying. But just on looking at it, like if I have to think too hard on the subject that it shows me, then I don't want to use that calendar. I'm going to find something way more simple for myself, so that I'm not racking my brain. There are a lot of free calendars out there, so that might be a good way to research it. Now, page 2 of that I really thought was really cool, and I can share that screen again real quick so that I can show y'all that page 2 she shared with us. So let me get to it. That was pretty cool. So educate industry tips. That's simple. Hold on. How is it? Oh, like I've got it like way zoomed out. So there's all kinds of neat things like suggested text. So that's pretty neat the way that works, because it's really self-explanatory. And some of the other he had was self-explanatory. So build rapport, what drives you? Talk about the main thing that motivates you to work harder. Yeah, so some of these are super great. They really are clear on what they're telling you. But like some of these demonstrate expertise. You might not really understand what that means. But so I'm going to just kind of like leave that for right now. All right. I made a bunch of notes. So basically I'm just going to start at the beginning, and as y'all have questions, and if you have things that are working for you, please, I want this to be interactive. I don't want to just be sitting here talking at you guys. I want us to be able to interact and figure out what's working for everyone that might work for someone else. And if it works for you, it might not work for someone else, and if it does work for you, it might be like the one aha moment that someone has that changes their entire life. Okay, so don't be afraid to say whatever. So the first thing that you need to be aware of in ways to promote yourself, and remember this, we are talking about content, but there's so many places that you can post content. So one item of content can be repurposed over many platforms in many different ways. So if you find a piece of content that people are responding to, don't just leave it in your group, post it on your wall. So you've got your personal page, you've got your groups, you've got your business page. If you have a business page, I personally don't. Stories, I love stories. If any of you guys are on me, then y'all know I have stories going at all times, and I try to have fun with them. I've even started a series now where I put a slide up with like a brain teaser, and then 2 slides after it is the answer to the brain teaser, so it gives them a few minutes to think about it. And I try to find music that matches. Like it might only have I did something with sprinkle, like sprinkle gratitude. So I typed in the word sprinkle when I was searching my music and found this really cool song. I just listened to them until the one I think vibes. So, but most of the time you're going to find that if my story says something like grow, then like right now I have one that's got Eric Clapton, Let It Grow in it, so I'll just type in the word and go through until I find a song that makes it fun or matches what I'm doing. And it depends on what kind of purpose I'm serving on those stories, but it's the same exact thing across every single thing that you do. You got Instagram, which I am not good at. Yes, ma'am. Jenny? You're on
Can
mute.
you,
Okay.
yeah, can you schedule out the stories, or is that real time?
I don't think so. I think that's real
Shoot.
time.
Okay.
So one of the things I do with the stories, because I might have 5 minutes here or 5 minutes there, and I do, like I'm having to be creative every single day with what I'm doing and what I put in there. And it could be just a quote because I have 5 minutes to look up a
Yeah.
gratitude quote. I actually, when I had time the other day, went in and typed in gratitude and took a whole bunch of gratitude quotes, and I've got them sitting on my phone. And so when I have 5 minutes and I need to post something in my stories, because I want something always going, then I'll pop one up. They only stay up for 24 hours. So if you pop two in at 10 a.m. today, and you can't get back to it until 10 o'clock tonight, that's really good if you do two now and two later. If you only have 5 minutes to do one and 5 minutes to do one, 5 minute 2 hours later, because that means it'll be always have one if you don't do them all at the same time. Because one of the things that happens is if you do all your stories all at one time, in 24 hours they're all gone. So and then you can open your stories and you can see at the top, it'll say 23 hours. So that one's going to drop off in an hour. And so you can see what stories you have following behind it to see how long you have till you absolutely need to slam something in there. And even if you just slam a, happy, how are you, or whatever. But like I said, I download a bunch of pictures all at one time so that I can go back to them later and just slap something in there when I need to. And I've gotten so fast at my stories, I know that I can go in the one I did today with Grow, or yesterday, I don't remember when I did it, with Grow, I literally went in, hit the gift button, typed in Grow, and scrolled down till the one I found. And then I can just pop those in, type any type I want to have in there, and then go back to the gift button and push music, and then type in Grow. And one of my favorite songs actually came up. Eric Clapton's Let It Grow came up. So I popped that in there. So the more you do, the faster you'll get at those. And just having one going is probably the most important part. Not necessarily what it says, but remember this. People love positive people. People love fun people. So the more fun and the more positive you can be with it, the more you're going to do better, I think, with it. I'm up to, I'm probably getting anywhere between 60 and 100 views on my stories now. And I've really been concentrating them on the last month. So don't expect to get a bunch of views and an immediate feedback on them. I don't always I'm finally starting to get a trickle of comments, or people pushing the button on my polls, or answering my yes or yes questions. That's one of the things, like if you are promoting your business, one of the things, like if you're going to do those, do you want to know about my products? Don't put yes or no. Do not ever put yes or no, because you give them the option to answer no. And you don't want everyone seeing that people said no, okay? So you want to put like yes, or absolutely, yes, 100%, or, things like that to make it all positive, so that if they do hit the button, it's going to be positive. It's not going to be no. Like I used to do the yes, no thing. And I have some young friends that are... I'm just going to say young and dumb, because I just don't know how to say it any better than that. And they would hit no, and and they're guys, and they're like, my sons, but I didn't raise them. And I would have to say, Josh, quit doing that. Not my Josh, by the way. Don't do that. If you don't like, but I realized that it was not him. I gave him the option of doing that. So it really wasn't him doing it. It was me being old and dumb. Instead of doing that, make it an option to where they are going to have to push something positive, if they push anything at all, or they're going to scroll on by to the next story. Okay. One of the things you can do with stories, and you should do with stories, is you should also watch other people's stories throughout the day and respond to 4 or 5 of them throughout the day, because that also boosts your algorithm on the stories. Okay, so there's Instagram, there's Pinterest, there's TikTok, Parlor, Neighborhood, or something like that. I just heard about that one yesterday. I still haven't even I think it's called Neighborhood Watch or Neighborhood something. I don't know anything about it, but it's out there. Snapchat. Now, you guys, TikTok, if you guys can figure out this whole TikTok thing, I was reading something about it last night. And, TikTok, 2 years ago or however long ago, all the kids were raging about this TikTok thing, and they still are. But just like when Facebook got started, it was a whole bunch of kids doing Facebook, and then they moved on to Snapchat. And they left us in the dust, and now this is for old people, right? TikTok is sort of headed down that same path. So it's a really good time to hop onto some TikTok and start developing with us older folks that might just now be getting onto it. So don't count TikTok out. I have some personal reasons I count TikTok out, but if you want to know those, we can talk about them later. So Snapchat, those are 24-hour stories, and those are how you connect with your friend. I am on Snapchat, but I've only used it to communicate with my daughter, when I want to send her funny faces or something. So I don't really understand it. So I'm not the person to ask. I recommend you go ask your children about it today because they might be able to help you set up something that's going to really grow your business that you're going to have fun with. And you're going to be like, yeah, you know what? Ask your kids about the technology. Seriously, don't ask a 51-year-old woman. All right. You know what? I need to grab one thing real fast so I can show y'all this. So this is something I learned not long ago. Like if you're looking for content, it's going to sound crazy. And this is really going to sound crazy, okay? But let me show you something. So this is women's health, right? We've got headline, abs. We've got headline, get glowy game plan, perfect skincare pairs. Now you can open up these headlines on Women's Health or any of the magazines that you see at the front of your store, not the ones that are sitting back on the shelf, but the ones that are sitting at the front at Kroger or Walmart or wherever you go. Look and see which ones are sitting at the front. You don't even have to buy them, okay? You don't even have to buy them. You're going to look and see which ones are there, and you're going to write down women's health, and you're going to write down, people or whatever, the ones that have the headlines that catch you. And then you can go and you can look these up and just see this front cover. And you know what? These magazines are in the know, okay? Selling a paper magazine is hard work. So they've got to be up on trends. They've got to be up on what's up. They've got to know what people want to read. So when you take these headlines, your toolbox for tough combos, maybe this isn't the fitness gear, kitchen gadgets, things that make our hearts sing, health report, they were told they were imagining it, they weren't. You can take these headlines on you can just look up all kinds of different magazines and that are top sellers. The better the seller, the more they're into the know, okay? And you can literally make content based on these headlines. All right. You can scroll through it if you need to, if you have to, or you can start looking up articles online that have to do with these headlines, and you can start making your own articles or just sharing the articles. One of the things that I'm doing, I have a kindness challenge going. I made it I have 2 posts a day that I do on these. I do one in the morning that I made up. I made up all the words to it. I made up everything about it. I mean, it's based on common sense and, but it's my words and it's all made up by me, But the second one, I might make up a few of the words. I might, say something about it to start with, but 9 times out of 10, or probably 9.8 times out of 10, what I do is I take a quote out of the article that I'm going to share. I drop it into my post. I put parentheses on each side of it so they know it's from there. And then I drop the article link. Boom, schedule. And then I have a whole thing that I am teaching them something about kindness. That is an article that is by a professional, or hopefully by a professional that knows more than I do, but that can kind of back up what I said in the stuff that I made up. You know, and by made up, you know, I mean, it's all sensible stuff, you know, like why it's important to be kind to yourself is mine today. So I don't remember what it says, but it's about, you know, why it's important to be kind to yourself and to take care of yourself, you know. And then I've got an article that'll come out this evening that directly gives reasons that it's good for you. So you can make up stuff. I mean, don't make up like how ingredient, make up the words. Don't make up like a whole new random thing. Although that might be fun to watch in a group. And if you do, please invite me. Because that might be fun facts that are lies. I don't know. But use these kind of things. Another way to do this, Amazon. Now catch this. Okay, this is crazy. Go to Amazon Books. Type in a topic. In that topic, so say we type in skincare, okay? The top selling skincare books are going to be right there. You can click on that button and you're going to see a table of contents. Now you have topics. Now you have topics that you can either go grab articles from, or you can share from the book if you quote that, you know. But now you have topics that you can research and that you can give information on, if this is how you choose to do it. But those are really good places to find content. You know, in my group, I'm talking about getting healthy. So I can literally go into Amazon Books and I can put, you know, how to get healthy. And I can see the books that come up and I can see the table of contents, and I can actually use that table of contents to make my post for the next month, you know. And build on it just like they do in a book. So that's a really good way to get content. So or some good ideas on how to get some content for yourself. There's an 80-20 rule, okay? And before January, I was not following this rule. If you only post, come by my Cove Creek stuff, no one's going to come by your Cove Creek stuff, okay? If they only see you post information about, you know, oh gosh, you know, come buy my shampoo, or come buy my face cream, or come buy this, or here's our sale today. Oh, you know, here's our sale tomorrow. If you only do that, I hate to tell you this, but you are not going to be successful. It's a fact. I hate to be blunt, but it is a fact. There is an 80-20 rule, okay? That means 20% of what you do should be about sales, or trying to sell someone something, or making an offer. The other 80% should be valuable content to what you are doing and the reason you have people in the group. I am getting healthy. Okay, so I do yoga every single day at 1 p.m. live in my group. I now have people, like every day I'm saying hello to more and more and more and more and more people every single day that know at 1 p.m. I'm going to come into my group and I'm going to do this yoga. I just got sidetracked. Someone tell me where I was. Oh, okay. So I'm getting healthy, right? So does health have something to do with skincare? Absolutely, 100%, especially since we're ridding toxins and stuff from our body. But I could be baking in my group every day at 1 p.m. and then still talk about my skincare. When I go live, not every single day, but when I go live, like look right now, I didn't really dry my hair. I just kind of dried it real fast. But look how kind of cool my hair looks. I will literally say that before yoga. Look at that shine on my hair today, guys. Am I selling my product? Nope. But am I talking about my product without talking about my product? Yes, I am. So those are things you can do when you do lives, but you can literally bake in your group and talk about how soft your hands are. You can um, do whatever. I'm going to get into that, so we'll circle back around to that too. Okay. Um, so those are a couple of ways. Lives. Now I was just talking about lives, so let's talk about that for a second. There are lots of reasons for lives. Number one, the people don't buy products. People buy people. Okay, so people aren't buying from me because they love the product. Now they do eventually, but when they haven't tried it, they don't know that they love the product. We are fortunate that when they try it, they are going to love the product. So in when you are trying to get started, they're not buying that product, they're buying you because you're developing an authenticity. You are being yourself. You're not being a salesy something that you're not. You're just not being something that you're not. You're being true to yourself. You're being honest to everyone on who you are and what you're up to, and they develop a trust. They grow a trust in you, and then they want to know what you're using, because now they've watched you talk about yoga and doing different yoga. I'm just using myself and what's happening with me as an example, and saying stuff like, oh, like right now, like my water must have something extra in it right now because I've got a little breakout, but my skin still feels really soft and my wrinkles are getting better. Those are things that I might say to my group before, because I always have like some kind of monologue or something before I start yoga every single day while I wait for people to come on. But these are things that I might like, man, my skin, look how smooth my skin looks. Now, I haven't talked about what I'm using. They all know what I'm using because they see me post about it, but I'm not talking about what I'm using. I'm talking about the benefits that are happening to me. So without ever saying the words Cove Creek. I say the words Cove Creek enough times in my group, that 80-20 rule. Okay. So lives, it develops trust. Number two, algorithm. It's a big Facebook word. Algorithm is really important, and the more lives or videos you create, and let me tell you this real quick because this is going to tie stories into videos. When you create a story and you love it, there's little 3 buttons at the top. You can push them and you can save the video. The music doesn't come with it, but you can save that video and you can then put it into your group as a video. It's not going to be a 3-minute video. It's going to be 26-second video, but you can do that. And now you've got a video that you've downloaded that you can put into your group. Okay. So that increases algorithm, but live videos, especially live videos that are 3 minutes or more, make a humongous difference with your algorithm. And the third thing it does, anyone? Oh my gosh. There's a third thing and I had it in my head a while ago. You guys, I'm scatterbrained today, but that's every day, but don't tell anyone. Okay. We're gonna go on. Graphics. You can create your own graphics. It's a very, very easy process. I will be happy if anyone at all comes back to this and replays and says, you know what, Melody, I would love a graphics training. I'll come on and I'll do a Zoom graphics training and I'll share my screen and we'll do exactly what needs to be done. So I can teach you the very easy basics of Canva. It is very, very easy. I've been doing it a long time. So when I say very, very easy, maybe it's just easy. But it is an easy program to learn so that you can create your own graphics, create your own logo, and start developing your brand, your personal brand. Doing things live, we're talking about live videos, doing things like you get a new box from Cove Creek in the mail today. you know what? Open it live. You might want to cut it first so that you can get into it quicker. You might want to unsave it a little bit, but open it
It is
live.
it is so hard to open those boxes.
The
I did the last time. I just cut the top open because otherwise you open it and the stuff goes everywhere, and all your products always on the bottom
right.
where you open.
Yeah, they tape them good. Well, now the reason there's an actual reason for that. When we first got started and they were sending stuff out and they were using cheaper boxes and not taping them as well, and we all know how shipping can be. You know, box started here but ended up over there, and there was nothing, no steps in between. Okay. Well, there was a lot of refunding that had to be done from broken bottles and crushed boxes and stuff. So that's one of the reasons. What is her name? Erica, I think it is, at the home office, literally has stood on the boxes and tested how much tape she needs to use. So now I can get into them in like under 30 seconds. But I
It's
just
the big flap thing that gets me every time.
that one, that
giant
new
flap.
big flap yesterday, I was like, oh, that
That's
big,
the thing that gets on my nerves. That big flap.
yeah, that big flap is probably the hardest part of it. I can get into the tape now real fast, and some days I can open that real easy. But the one I opened yesterday was, or day before yesterday, whenever it was much harder. But there is a reason that those boxes are so sturdy, because it actually saves the company money, which of course we want the company to save money, because the more money they save, the more that goes into the those extra bonuses that are going to be quarterly and yearly bonuses. Yearly, quarterly at least. So so the more money the company saves, the more goes into that bonus pool that all of us will get to get into as we grow and get better and better. um Testimonials, man. If you have a customer, one thing I do every single time I sell a product is I ask them to please do me a favor, and hold on, in case this is an emergency, you guys. Sorry. Okay. He must have remembered I had a 3 o'clock meeting. Okay. He worries me sometimes. All right, Shanda, love you. See you later. The very first thing I do is ask them to take a before picture, and then ask them for to take an after picture later. And you know how I approach it? Instead of it being for me, I approach it that I know your hair is going to feel great, and you're going to be able to feel it, and you're going to be able to see it, or feel it and touch it, and be in love with it. But when you actually see the difference for yourself, if you take a picture and then you look at the picture again in a week that you just took, and you actually see the difference, you're going to be like, wow, it's even bigger. And that just sets me up to be able to then ask them in a week, when they've been using it for a week, if they would write a review or a testimonial for me and maybe share those pictures with me. So that's a good way to try to get reviews right there. I have just recently started implementing this in every single sale. So hopefully that pays off for me in the next week or so. But I would definitely, in every single sale that you make or every single sample you give out, ask them to take a before and after picture and explain that it's going to help them be able to actually see the results. Okay. And then if they have purchased or are going to purchase on the website, and I think you have to be registered to review. I'm not sure of that 100%, but every single person that has ever purchased from your website or has purchased your products, ask them, just straight up ask them to please go in and review the product on our website, because the more product reviews we have on our website, the better off we're going to be as a company, as a complete company, because I know that when I am going in to purchase something new on a website, I go in and I check out those reviews before I just buy something. So if you personally have not gone and done some reviews, make sure you do that and make sure that it's a legit, thought out, well, phrased, hopefully, review. Heck, if you just say, oh my gosh, I love it. And that's all people really need to know. I love it. But if you can say why you love it, then that would be better. So make sure that you're going in and doing reviews, because every single one of these is going to grow your business, whether you know it or not. Because every single time you send someone to your website, they're going to see a review. If they're looking at the shampoo, there's reviews below it now. So make sure you do that and ask your customers. Don't be afraid to ask your customers for a review. And all of these things are things you can use for content. Okay. So Christina, you could go to the website and you could look at, we talked about testimonials on a day that it might be, and I just pop a testimonial up anytime I see one. That sells. Testimonials sell. They really, really do. So, but you can go to our website and you can see if there's a review for a product you want to talk about, and you can copy that review or screenshot that review and say, you guys, look at our website. We're getting all these kind of reviews. Everyone that so far has reviewed it is saying 5 stars. This stuff is amazing. So you can use reviews off of the website. You can use the ingredients list off of the website. You can use pictures off of the website. These are just other ways to get content. You use everything you have at your disposal. You can take these pieces of content that you do, every single piece of content that you create can be used elsewhere. Okay, so if you create, that's one of the reasons I love the Facebook stories, because I can then take it and turn it into a video in my group. I can pop it into Canva. I can actually take the video that I made with the stories. Of course, it doesn't allow you to save the music. So the only reason probably I would pop it into Canva is because in Canva, you can add music back to it. Okay, it's not going to be the same songs. It's just going to be, whatever Canva offers. There's a free and a paid version of Canva, but there is a music section, and you can literally drag it right in there, download it, and now you've got a video that you just created in your stories that was fun and light and airy, that you're now popped into Canva, added some music, and now you're going to go put it into your Facebook group or onto your Instagram or on your Pinterest, or wherever you can put a video, and you can on your personal wall, and you can make it fun. So that's one way to do it. I want to talk about value-based information, because when we get to that when we're talking about that 80-20 rule, this is where it's really, really important. As I've been telling you guys, I am doing yoga. Okay, I'm trying to get healthy. Right now, for this first month, I've literally been concentrating on yoga, but as my time develops, we'll be talking about nutrition. I've got to start eating nutritious before I start talking nutritious, right? Because then they're going to be like, I know you eat cookies. They all know I eat cookies. Trust me. So don't talk about something and be hypocritical of what you're doing. So if I'm talking about, let's all eat healthy and be healthy and eat right, well, then I should probably be practicing that, right? So you want to practice what you preach, because that is that trust authenticity factor. But my garden's coming up, so I'm going to be able to start incorporating these things, and I'm starting to incorporate all these changes into my life that I can, as I'm learning, I'll be teaching them, and we'll all be growing together. So just make sure that whatever you're talking about, you're authentic at. So at this moment, I'm going to ask Jenny, what is something that you're passionate about?
Sleep.
Well, you can totally talk about sleep. It might be a little boring.
Yeah. No, it's funny because I'm into so many different things. It's hard to narrow it down. But when I have free time, I binge watch any kind of trashy reality TV.
I love reality TV.
I'm a super fan of Big Brother, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's nice." But really, I'm passionate about moving stuff around in my house, not getting boring, and just really like self-care. So
So
part of,
there's a great
yeah,
product.
yeah,
You know, when you're moving your house around, set up a video and say, you guys, I do this all the time. How about you? And do a video of you moving the stuff around in your house. I know that sounds crazy, but it's going to connect to the moms or the ladies that are like, I have to move my house around all the time. And you build your base on people that like you. Now, a lot of people are afraid to niche down. And by niching down, I mean, instead of saying everyone in the whole world needs skincare, you know, that's great. Everyone does need skincare. But if I'm talking to Joe, then I need to be talking to Joe about men's skincare and how it can help him. But if I'm talking to Susie, I need to be talking to 22-year-old Susie. I need to be talking to her about how she can be protecting her skin as she gets older, you know, now. But if I'm talking to 57-year-old Shelly, then it's going to be a whole different thing because we're going to be talking about how we can help reverse that, the damage we've already done because we haven't taken care of ourselves. We're going to be talking about how we can, you know, lessen the wrinkles. So niching down is really, really important, and deciding the content based on your niche down is really, really important. So right now my group is probably all 40s to 60s. I know not everyone in my group is 40s to 60s, but the people that are really connecting with me are around my age, give or take a few years. We're all experiencing the same problem. We're either menopausal or, you know, just got fat. You know, so I'm talking to them now, and they are the ones that are responding to me. So if you are talking to a 22-year-old and you're talking about being a mother and they've never been a mother, then they're kind of useless in your group, honestly, because they're not going to relate to you. So you've got to figure out who you relate to, what you're going to talk about that's going to give value. So, Christina, tell me something you're passionate about.
I love to read, but I haven't been doing much reading. And I like and baking.
Because you're so busy. Okay, so reading and baking. Plus, you're a mom. So you can literally talk about how much you love to read and bake, but you literally have no time to read and bake because you're so busy with homework and your baby and everything else. And you know what? Every mother that has a child your age that's going through the same exact thing, those are the ones you should be connecting with. Those are the ones you should be inviting into your group. You can also join groups on Facebook that are about baking, that are about reading. And when you have an opportunity or you see a great post, comment it. They'll start seeing your name. And then you can start becoming friends with that have the same kind of passions and ideas that you do. You can do mothers. You can do mothers groups so that you can you know, connect with other mothers. And then when you bring all of those people into your group, all of a sudden you have a niched market. You have people that you have commonality with. You have people that you all of a sudden are going to be friends with. It's going to be amazing what happens to you while you're helping solve their problems. You know, you're going to find mothers that are at home with their kids and they would love to be able to work right now, but they can't. But you might be able to help them earn other money. So you got to really niche down what you need to do or who your focus is. And when you do that, you're going to find a huge difference. The last month of my business has been off the charts. You know, of course, I want it to be better, and it will be, but it literally has been off the charts as far as the products that I've been selling. Um, and so, you know, just changing how I'm doing everything. When a sale pops up, I'll pop it in there. I might do some giveaways here and there. I might do, you know, you know, hey, you guys go share my group, and you know, everyone that shares my group and tags me, you know, might be in for a drawing for something. And you know what? You can give away stickers. You can go buy 100 pack of stickers from Amazon or wherever for $5, $10, and you can literally send out stickers, and people don't care what you're giving them. They care that you're giving them something. So you don't have to use something big, especially when you get started. But as your business grows, then you might have that extra set of and I trust me, I will never ever give away a shampoo and conditioner. Never in my life, mark my words, unless I might have to 98% certain. There might be that 2% uncertainty that I would give some away for some reason or another. Maybe my mama wants some. She got some for Christmas, so she might want more. But you will not see me have a giveaway that says you can get shampoo and conditioner for free from me. Nope. Number one seller, I'm pretty sure, across the board for our company, and I think it's the gateway drug. You know, if you can get them to use the shampoo and conditioner, number one, they're going to love it. And when their hair starts feeling and looking so incredible, they're going to want the same thing for their skin. And if you're using the products and you're talking about using the products and you talk about what they do for you, the benefits. So this is more content. You guys, I just washed my hair, and holy moly. Look, it's silver, but it's still soft. Gosh, that's crazy. Look at those curls it gives me. I love this stuff. I didn't even sell you anything, but now they want to know why my hair is so soft, what I'm using. I have people actually coming to me from my post on my personal page now. And then I'm able to have a conversation with them, get them into my group. So then they'll actually see stuff that I'm doing later, you know, when I say something about, gosh, this face cream is amazing, or I talk about it, and I post pictures of random goats in my group, and people love it. I have more response on my random goat pictures, you know, and I talk about how I want a goat, but John won't let me have a goat. You know, John won't let me have a goat, by the way. You know, but I talk about these things. You know, I take goofy pictures of myself eating a cookie. That's why everyone knows I love cookies. You know, I you know, and say guilty. Like, I got a really good one of me eating a powdered donut. Like, this isn't going to help with this health, is it? You know, I make fun of myself. I have fun with it. So all of the little things you do on a daily basis. Christina, if you are sitting there, if the baby's laid down or if the baby's screaming and crying, you can go on and you can say, you guys, this is the life of a mom. You know what? I'm so glad the baby's asleep, but I'm going to bake. I want to show y'all how to make these cookies. Bake. People will start loving what you're doing. They will start flocking to you. They'll start inviting their friends because you are providing them with something that they can relate to, that they want to see more of. Oh, that recipe is awesome, Christina. Can you send me the recipe? Yeah, girl. You know, and in the middle of it, you can say, hey, if you guys want this recipe, just drop a comment below and I will message you the recipe. Now you message them the recipe. Hey, how are you? I'm glad you liked that recipe. Here it is. I'm so glad that you're in my group. I would love it if you would maybe share the group and get some other people that might want this same kind of recipe. And by the way, if you ever want to take a look at my website, you know, I'll hand it to you. So there's all kinds of ways you can use random everyday stuff. Do not get stuck on, I have to sell this product to you today. Buy it from me today, because the minute it becomes about buy it from me, I need to make money, I need to sell this, is the minute you've lost them. You know what? I have this product that is amazing, that look what it does for my hair, you know, and I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just going to tell you about it. You know, Christina, you're baking and you're like, oh, my skin is so soft today. Back to baking. Why is your skin soft? Now they're curious, what are you using that's making your skin so soft? You can do so many subtle things with your content. It's crazy. I haven't even got halfway through this, you guys. Y'all still have time? Y'all, are we good? All right. One of the things that I did not long ago is I did a Zoom like this, but I displayed it directly into my Facebook group. You cannot do that unless you have the professional Zoom. And I don't even know what I pay for it each month, but I don't know, $12. I don't know. I really don't know. I should know that answer, but I don't know that answer.
$14.99.
There we go. I paid $14.99 for it. You know, one of the things, now remember, it's a business expense. So it is something that you can write off. You can do interviews. Like I did an interview with a girl that did the first series of yoga with me. And actually Mary popped into this one. And we did an interview about you know, how we were going to start over tomorrow and how great it's making us feel. And then, you know, what it turned into? It turned into, man, you know what, Margie, your hair looks great. And then a conversation about the shampoo and conditioner that went live, that everyone got to see live, or they could come back and watch it. So I'm trying like heck to get a hold of the woman that I do the yoga from, because I would die to have her come on and me do a live interview with anyone. You know, I can invite my group into my Zoom, or I can broadcast it live so they can see it at the same time. So Christina, you have say you're baking and you have a friend that's like, you know, that owns a bakery. I'm just using an example. I have no idea. But you know what? You call up that friend and you say, hey, you know what? I'd love to do an interview with you in my group. And you do this Zoom, or you do it live in a chat. The thing about a chat room, number one, it cannot be recorded. So that's why I prefer the Zooms. It can be recorded. I like to be able to go back and review stuff. I review stuff I do all the time to see what maybe I could have done better. You're welcome, Jenny. I'm gonna save and share this so you can come in at an hour in and pick up where we left off. I appreciate your time. You have a great afternoon. So you can ask her to do an interview. This is going to be a twofold thing to you. Not only is it going to go good in her group, but if it goes well, she's going to take that video and she's going to share it in her group and talk about your group or on her business page. And so then people are going to start jumping into your business page because she said so. Okay, so these are good things. You can share articles, you can share interesting facts. If you just find an interesting fact about wheat flour, you know, talk about, oh gosh, you guys, I just learned this about wheat flour. Now, remember, any kind of graphic you can get that you can add to it. You don't want just plain post. Graphics have been proven to be more, you know, seen more. But you can go into Google, or what is that? I don't remember the name of, but there's all kinds of places you can get graphics. So you could just literally get a picture of flour and stick it into your post so that they know that you're talking about flour. Or you can use a GIF about flour. You know, how funny would it be if you're talking about flour and you have a GIF that's got flour like flying up or all over someone's face? Because I don't know about you, but every time I use flour, that stuff is everywhere. You know, so you can get creative with what you put with it. But you know, if you run across an interesting fact, heck, you're studying math right now. If you run across an interesting fact about, you guys, did you know that 2 + 2 = 5 now? You know, I mean, post it. All these little everyday things are, hi, baby. All these little everyday things are the things that are going to get you noticed. Okay. Posting, about, like I said, just posting sell, 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 sell is not going to get you noticed. 80%, 20%. Remember that 80% valuable content or any other kind of content you can use. Positivity. That one's one of my favorite, and I get more responses. I have that scheduled. I schedule out a month at a time on my positivities. I find positivity things and I schedule a month at a time. I have them all scheduled for 10:05 a.m. every morning. At 10:05 a.m. every single morning, there's going to be something positive that comes up in my group every single day. And I get more and more and more and more interaction on those every day. And the reason why is because every day they come up at exactly the same time. And no matter what, if I'm busy, if I'm asleep, if I'm not home, if whatever I'm doing, I know that at least that piece of content is going to come up every single day. So interaction, everyone knows about interaction posts. So back on the flower thing, and you want to, it can be anything. It literally can be anything. But for example, yesterday you talked about wheat flour. So today maybe the interaction is, do you prefer wheat flour or white flour? That's simple, because you're getting them to comment, and then you're going to be able to see the people who have commented and know the people who are really paying attention to what you're doing and you're saying. Curiosity, one of my favorites, absolute favorites. And I love to do this on my personal page. In your group or in your business, they pretty much already know what you're doing, right? I mean, that's like the whole point, to get them into your group so that they know what you're doing. So curiosity is humongous, okay? You can take things like today I did in my stories, and I'll use it on my page later, but today, it was payday. So I did, I'm working for myself, still getting a monthly bonus. Want one? That was really not that curiosity, because it's working for myself. But you could say, like, I got a monthly bonus today. You want to know how, or ask me how I got a monthly bonus today. Anything that makes them respond is a really good thing. I'm probably explaining curiosity posts wrong exactly, but if you post something without saying what it is that makes people curious, like, my hair is so incredibly soft. I can't believe this. And you have a picture of you standing there with great looking hair. People are going to ask, what are you using? One of the things that I highly recommend you do not do in a curiosity post or in the comments, people will start commenting. Those are your people. Oh, you love those people. You love them. Give them the love and shoot them a message. Hey, how are you? I hope all's well. I hope life is good. Yeah, you know what? I started using this new shampoo and conditioner bars. It's amazing. I'd love to tell you more about it. You don't want to put that in comments. You know why you don't want to put that in comments? How many times do you scroll through your friends' comments just to see, because whatever they posted was so funny or so awesome that you really do want to know. But now if you scroll through their comments and you see their answer, you don't have to ask, because you already got the answer. So don't answer in the comments. Do not answer in the comments. That is the perfect time and the perfect way to start building a relationship with a hi, how are you? Okay. Call to actions. Post that tell you what to do. All right. So, and you know what, Mary? I totally did not mean to ignore you. Tell me what you're passionate about.
You already know. I told you.
I do, but not everyone here does.
I know. I was gonna tell Jenny something when she was talking about moving her furniture and stuff. I was gonna ask her if she was into feng shui, because that's like really, it just sounds like she naturally does that without maybe knowing it. But anyway,
yeah, no, that's a great thing. I know she's gonna come back and review this, so.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, good. There was something else I was going to say to Christina before too, but I can't remember that one. So anyway, I am and have been for a long time, really passionate about healing and therapeutic properties of just common herbs, spices, botanicals. I used to have a shop where I did all my own formulating and my own natural and therapeutic products. That's why partly why I was excited about Cove Creek, because it's probably the closest that I've ever seen to what I used to do myself, and because we stayed completely away from anything that wasn't natural, totally natural. So anyway, so that's what I'm really passionate about, and I would also really enjoy wild crafting, even though there's not much to do in the winter.
Right.
And that's probably good, because I probably wouldn't go out there anyways very much, because it's too dang cold. So that's the kind of stuff that I've been focusing on, and I just have a list of stuff here that I'm gonna post as we go along. Just or stuff like if you have a customer asks you a question, like, or a friend, anybody asks you a question, like the other day, my a friend asked me what was the purpose of the brightening face masks, because that was the free gift that she got, and she understands the basic concept of a face mask. She just wanted to know what that one did. So I'm going to write up a thing about face masks and what their general purpose is, and then I'm going to look at our ingredients that are in our two kinds, and I'm going to say, for example, this ingredient will do this, this will do this, that kind of thing. And then I saw a picture somewhere the other day about herbs for anxiety, so I'm going to write up something like that, because all of those kind of things are important to your health. Not just what you eat, but everything else, really is super important too. So anyway, and then you have people that'll ask you, like or say that this is one of my favorites, when a product says they're all natural. And we were talking about this the other day, and you scroll down and you go, okay, there's like 85 things in it, and the more ingredients, the further from natural they are. But the one that really kills me is they'll say we're all natural, and then you see fragrance or perfume, and each one of those could have hundreds of ingredients of its own, and none of them are natural. I mean, like, if somebody tells you that they're using essential oil and they'll say it's green apple, they're wrong. There's no way you can get essential oil.
There's no oil in apples.
Yeah. And then, when Amy posted the question about coffee products, and so I'm gonna do a little write up on the benefits of coffee.
So you're going to use your passion. So you're going to use your passion for herbs and educate people on general health using herbs and foraging and stuff. See, and then you can literally post on your own wall, hey, do you guys want to learn about herbs and things that you can use naturally for your health? And then you've brought them into your group, straight into your group, and that's where you use a call to action. Drop me a gift below if you want to learn about herbs. And then you send them a message inviting them, having a short conversation about what you're doing possibly, and then inviting them into your group. Now you've built your group. Why is it? Everyone knows why it's important to build a group, right?
Yep. Well, I did that with that party too. I had invited a friend to our party in November, and she ended up either her or husband ended up getting injured or something. They couldn't come. And so, but she remembered it. And so someone she knew asked her to plan a party with just women who had different products and that were work at home product businesses. And so she remembered me. And so I was one of the 7 that was allowed in. And of course, I did the Cove Creek. Well, they had 91 guests. And I basically emailed every one of them, telling them it was nice to meet them at the party, so they knew where I got their name. And then I told them what my group was about and asked them if they'd like an invitation. I got a couple no's. I've gotten about 10 please ads. And then most of them, don't ever respond, but I thought that was a really good return on 90 messages. So.
It
And
absolutely
I got
is.
3 customers, so
Nice. Very
yeah,
nice.
so hey.
That's not a bad start, and they're just learning about it. But that inviting them into your group, just brilliant, because growing your group, and and then they're learning to trust you, and they're learning the things you do. But promoting your group not as a Cove Creek group, but as a group that you are going to learn about herbs. That's the way to do it, like that. So Christina might promote hers as, you guys, I would love to invite you guys to join my group where I'm just going to talk about being a mom. And the hundreds of things I do on a daily basis, just being a mom.
The challenges of being a mom.
Yeah. And so finding that focus on what you're going to talk about, and then just telling people, you know what, I've got a group. I would love for you guys to join it so that we can have conversations about being moms. Find that focus. So that's really important. So call to action, tell people what to do. Tell them what to do. Drop a gift. Send me a message. You tell them what to do. Calls to actions are very, very important. You can have sales of your own or free gift. Like I said, you can use stickers, you can use pins, you can use all kinds of things. The one thing you want to remember, especially if you're just starting out and maybe you haven't quite made it a lot of money yet, or you can't afford to buy extra stuff right now, buy the cheaper stuff like the stickers, because remember, you're going to have to pay for shipping to ship stuff out. Find something that is affordable to you that you can give out. Okay. You can make these things yourself. So for example, for Mary could make herself a chart of different herbs that work for different things. And she could say, you know what, if you guys will invite your friends into my group, I'm going to send you guys my herb chart. You can make your own stuff to give to them. So then Mary just sends them over an ebook or a PDF that she's worked on. This is really good ways for you to grow your stuff and for them to trust the words that you're saying. Okay. Product information is important. It is definitely important. Ingredients are important. Talking about us being natural is important. But again, that falls into that 20%. That does not fall into the 80% that you're giving them value on, okay? So for value-based information, what are you passionate about? We just talked about that. What is your knowledge in? Okay, so if you don't have anything you're really passionate about, but you have something that you're knowledgeable about, talk about it. What could you spend hours and hours and hours? Like if I asked John that, he would say metal detecting. Yes, indeed. John could do an entire group on metal detecting, and then I could go in there and I could drop in Cove Creek stuff for the guys. But find your knowledge and your passion, and talk about it. How can you help them? That's an important key when you are in that 20%. An important key of explaining to people or letting people know about the product is how it helps them. So for example, my hair was dry and straw-like until I started using this product, and now it is soft and sweet. So I've just said what the problem was. My friend Susan had some really bad acne going on, and she started using these products, and look at her skin now. Now her acne is gone. So you want to know what their problem is and how you can solve it. That's more content. You understand how all this content is flowing together now, Christina? Is it making more sense? It probably, if you try to make, based upon what we're talking about right here, if you try to make your own content calendar, look at the calendars that you have, and then on the ones that don't make sense to you, use your eraser and put in your own.
some of the ones that I saw in there that were about talking about a trait of yours or something, if you can't really think of anything to say about that, turn it into a trait of the product or something like that.
Yeah, you can.
Because, okay, today is that day and you're like, oh, I can't really think of anything about myself, but I can talk about the benefits of goat milk.
Of goat milk, exactly.
Or coconut, or just any random.
Aloe vera.
Yeah. Ugh, darn it.
Seriously, you guys, this is my breakfast.
Oh, I know what I was going to say earlier too. Christina, too, another fun thing is just to Google question of the day. There's a site called Question of the Day, and it comes, I mean, you never know what you'll see on there, and it's always fun. I mean, you know, I'm nothing, yeah, you never know, but that's kind of like, I'd love to post a video of me taking a shower, but we're not an art, or we're G-rated.
You could set it up to where it's just neck up.
I did get a picture of just my hair the one day, and then the foam in my hands. But
Well,
I just thought that was funny when you said that day about us being a G-rated company.
but if you have a free calendar and those ones just don't make sense to you, make up your own. You know what? You get them before the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
So scroll through them and say, you know what? I'm going to replace that one with this and write it in.
Well, you can reuse stuff too. Like you can make every Saturday, like say Silly Saturday.
Yeah.
And you're just posting a few silly things and having people post something just as silly or related to it or whatever.
Yeah, and using a hashtag for those. So, you know, like Wild Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, you know, or you might make them more Feature Friday. So on Fridays, they know they're going to learn something about a new product or something new about a product. And then, yeah, you can, and then hashtag those. Always, if you can use a hashtag. So actually, those. Echo taught me this the other day. I'm now trying, I forget still a lot, but I'm now trying to hashtag at least one out of every 3 of my posts with my name. I'm just hashtagging Simply Flawless Naturally, so that when someone starts looking for something simply, then, and I keep hashtagging it, then I'll go up to who they might find first. So using a hashtag with just simply your name on it is good. If you do, you know, one of the things you can do is absolutely sit down and figure out what your thing is going to be on every single Saturday, every single Sunday, every single Monday. So self-care Sunday, motivation Monday, talk about it Tuesday, wacky Wednesday, throwback Thursday, feature Friday, silly Saturday. Sit down and think about what you would want to say every Saturday, or what you'd like to talk about every single Saturday, every single Monday, and make your own hashtags for it. And so every single Monday, you know that, and you could literally go in and get a whole bunch of motivational quotes or whatever, and you could schedule out every single Monday for a motivational quote to come up at 10:05 a.m. Oh, and why 05? Okay, now this is a tricky one that I learned somewhere along the way. If you always schedule your post for straight up 12, 12:15, 12:30, and 12:45, you're going to be seen less. That sounds really weird, but
I do like 3s and 7s.
Yeah, everyone does it. So that's why all of my posts now are at 10:05, 12:05, and 5:05. Because it gets seen more. So schedule those for that. Okay. If you guys get a testimonial if you do one yourself, or if you've asked a customer, always ask the customer if they mind if you share it so it can be shared throughout the company. Post those in the Cove Creek group. Post them in our group too, but post them in the Cove Creek group, okay? Because that's going to help get the interaction going there, and see, you know, I mean, the mentors, we post there a lot, but we'd really love to see what the consultants are up to more and see what's going on with you guys. So please feel free, if you find something that really has worked for you, or you have a question, drop it in there, because you're going to get some feedback, and the more we can get all the consultants involved with that, the better off we're all going to be. Okay. Questions, testimonials, what you're doing, any of that stuff. Let's make sure I haven't. Okay. Again, you want it to be, your content to be fun, entertaining, or informative, and not necessarily Cove Creek related. Okay. Remember, 20%, 20%. I say Cove Creek is the least amount of times possible. And I know that sounds crazy, but it actually works, because the more you say it, the more they're sick of hearing it. So less than, 80-20. 80% is about what you're doing, how life's going, what you're teaching them about, or whatever your motivation or whatever it is that you figured out. I know, I see your mind clicking right now, Christina. You're like, oh, you know what? I've been making this way hard, aren't you?
Yep.
I saw you a while ago, like, wait a second. That sounds so much easier. Like, I don't know. It's just what I thought. I saw like some kind of relief go over your face. Like, maybe, ooh, this is easier than it sounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's so much content, right? Okay. So take that one piece of content, spread it out. Christina, in to get them flowing into your group, seriously, I know that you're a private person. I super know you're a private person. Seriously, drop on your wall, you guys, if I wanted to create a group to talk about mom issues, would you want to join? And then if you need to, just go recreate. You can hide or delete some of the stuff if you've already overdone it, or just leave it as it is so they can scroll down to the bottom of it. But you might want to start adding a little bit of informational content or different things, and then drop in, you guys, I started a group for moms. I would love for y'all to come in so we can talk about stuff, and or who would want to join, and then just start getting them into your group and start developing it from here. You do not have to look back. The past is not your future. Okay. So you can change everything. I literally changed everything January 1. I changed everything, the way I was doing everything January 1, and my entire business has been so much better. Okay. All right. I know that I've talked to you guys about I help statements, which are basically who I help, 1, who I help, 2, do what, 3, the problem it solves. So this one's mine. So it'll kind of give you an idea. I help ladies rid their bodies of harmful chemicals they put on themselves and their families so they can lead cleaner, healthier lives. That's my I help statement. So when you keep something like that in mind, and so you have a friend that you see that said, I just dyed my hair and it's so dry. Oh man, instead of replying, I have the perfect shampoo for you. Mine used to be dry too, but now it's not. And they'll ask you, why not? That's where you start building that curiosity, and you think your response is through, instead of saying, oh my gosh, I have this Cove Creek shampoo that's just totally amazing. You know what? I like to have those conversations in Messenger, because and I fail. Let me tell you guys, I'm not perfect. I make all the mistakes every single day. I make the mistakes. And but every single day I think, oh, you know what? I could have done that better. Tomorrow I'll do it better. So don't beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself up from where you're at or where you're going. All you got to remember is the past is not your future. You have every day you start over, every day you build better. Also, there's a 90-day rule. Okay. It's not really a rule, but it's like, it's a thing. Everything you do today, and I know you guys have heard it from me a million times, but I'm going to put this on replay. So everything you do today will pay off in 90 days. Now, that does not mean that if you do something today and you do nothing else for 90 days, that in 90 days someone's going to buy your shampoo. That's not how it works. But if you start building today and you work consistently on your business every single day for the next 90 days, there's going to be an aha moment where you're, and mine literally just changed at the end of last month. I got to directing very quickly. Number one, I have an incredible, awesome team. Love you guys. But my sales completely changed because of the way I completely changed the way I'm doing things, which I have described to you guys all. You know what? And I tell the people all the time in my group that I'm doing this for myself, and they motivate me because they come to yoga every day. I tell them that I'm doing this for myself, and I hope to inspire them. You know, I'm not going to lie to them. You know, I'm trying to get healthy to impress y'all. That's not it. I really am trying to get healthy for myself. And hopefully that, you know, and I have the good, fortunate feeling of feeling so grateful every day that I have these ladies in my life that are coming every day to enjoy what we're doing together. It inspires me. And
You're okay, bud.
so it all works in like this beautiful symbiotic flow once you get your flow going. Once you figure out what you actually want to talk about and who you're talking to, your whole world will change. It really, really will. But, you know, I mean, don't make it hard. You know, Christina, you're not going to go out and you're not going to talk to 50-year-old women. You're not going to be talking to me, you know, whose kids are out of my house or out of the house. You know, I'm not your target market. You know, you are your target market, really. I mean, you can really simplify it down to you are your target market. You know, what has it solved for you? What problem did you have? And how is it going to solve future problems? Answer those questions when you talk about the product, and you drop in all the content, the kinds of content we just talked about, and girl, you're gonna be golden. Now, as far as scheduling stuff, that's when you might want to do those hashtag motivational Mondays or follow that calendar, you know, because for scheduling stuff, you definitely need to know exactly what you're going to talk about. But, you know, if Thursdays, there's not a day that starts with a B. So there's not like a Bacon Wednesday. Ooh, Bacon Wednesday.
Ooh. Thursdays and Sundays are like my crazy days because those are the days I work.
Right. Well, those are the days that, you know, make sure you always have something scheduled on those days that are days that you know what, those days are your autopilot days. Schedule everything for all your days. Make sure you have something scheduled for all your days. Because as a mom and being in school, girl, there's no telling what could happen in a day.
Right.
You know, but on those days, you know what? Don't even worry about your Facebook. You know, if you have 5 minutes to check to see if anyone commented, then do it. Don't worry. Those are your days off from your business. So that, but your business is still going on in the background because you've already got it planned. It's already happening. But then you, on those other days, they're going to know that you're going to be in there maybe on Wednesday to cook, you know, or maybe on Wednesday to say, oh my gosh, I'm about to pull my hair out. This baby is teething. What did you guys do when your baby was teething? And they'll start answering you, and your group will start growing because they're going to say, you know what, this mom knows what's up. And people love to be able to connect with people that have the same situations, the same problems, that are asking for solutions, giving ideas how to make it better. You know, you got this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it easier probably than
It makes a lot more sense. It's just like, and what really got me is, like I said, last month I did all this work to get ready to go on my trip, and then nothing posted.
Yeah, that's like beating your head against the wall.
Got to be freaking kidding me.
Yeah, I remember how frustrating that was for you. Like I'd be so mad. You know, when I lost those 21,000 pictures. I was so mad. So I totally, it's basically the same thing. It just didn't happen. It just disappeared into thin air. So, okay, I hope that you feel a lot better about content. And seriously, why stress hard on the days that you already know you're busy? On the days you're not busy, get that stuff scheduled. And what days did you say? Sunday and what?
Thursday.
Sunday and Thursday. So Sundays, hashtag whatever, hashtag super busy Sunday. Y'all, I'm super busy today, but let me tell you about this, and post your motivation or super busy Sunday motivation post every Sunday morning that says, okay, this is a reminder for myself, you guys, I can do this. Have fun with it. The more fun you have with it, the more fun other people are going to have with it. All right, do you guys have any questions? Do y'all have any questions or feedback or anything you need to say or ask?
Thank you very much, Mel, because it's like, granted, not a bunch of people showed, but still, it was a lot of help. It gives me a little bit of peace of mind. It's just to get it going, and hopefully I at least stay active this month.
Right. Well, listen, you get it going. Every one of us on the Natural Leaders team, and you say, hey, you guys, I just made a post. Can y'all just come in and give me some love? We'll do that. I made a post on my wall. Will y'all come give me some love? Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll do that. And the more active you get, and the more, I should say, once you hit 50, you're gonna, in your group, you'll start noticing a difference. And I know how private you are. So just approach it differently on your own wall. You can start friending other people if you find other groups that you enjoy. Okay. So go into those baking groups, go into those mom groups, find the groups that you enjoy, and then you're going to find people that you want to be friends with. And then you can invite those people to be your friends, or you don't even have to. You can just invite them into your group.
You can also, what I do on those a lot, or I have been anyway, is going and looking, you see somebody make a comment that you agree with, you really like, check out their profile and see if you can see more of what they post. And if it looks like somebody that's aligned with you, that, then I will still even message them and say, hey, I'm in this group with you, and I saw that comment, and I have a group where we talk about blah, blah, blah. Are you interested in an invitation, or something like that? And so that's what I've been doing all weekend.
Yeah, that's a great idea because
and I got quite a few new people in the group. So.
Are you trying to kill me?
Yeah, that's a great idea of how to do it, because then you're going to know immediately if you look at their profile and you're already in a group, you have something in common, then you're not going to have to be worried about it being some crazy stalker person.
Oh, hey.
Because I get probably 20 weird guys a day.
So many. But I got one the other day, and I looked at his profile, and it looked pretty legit, and I'm like, he seems like he'd be a kind of a fun guy to just see what he talks about and posts or whatever. So I accepted his friend request. Within probably 5 minutes, he was asking me to move to Spain with him. Hey, I'll come to Spain. You send me a ticket,
hey,
some kind of money, and then I won't show up.
I've got women now telling me they want to be my sugar mama.
Oh God, I get them all the time.
I told her,
you look so cute. I want to get to know you. It's like, this is not a dating site.
Yeah, right. I told one of them the other day, send me $10,000 and we'll talk. And then I blocked her.
Good for you.
Yeah, bye. Adios.
Yeah, but
it's even on TikTok,
send me $10,000, we can talk about.
I've got a bunch of people who follow me on TikTok, and I follow quite a few people as well. But if you don't have one, I don't add kids.
Right.
2, if you don't have anything on your profile, I'm not going to add you either.
Right. That's exactly it. And you know what? If you're on your TikTok, follow them to your Facebook group.
I just I'm finding TikTok is harder to figure out how to I get where you don't want to advertise all the time, but you don't want to not get the product in there somewhere. Like I said before, I think I told you, Mel, I have like maybe 4 or 5 videos out of all the videos on my TikTok page that are strictly just ad videos. They're product videos that we've posted on Facebook and stuff that I've taken and put over there to say, this is what we have. This is
Right.
And I've even got one of those link in my bio things in my profile that says, okay, here you can, that has my site link in it. It has my profile for my Facebook group stuff in it.
Right.
But it's like, it's still, even people who run Etsy shops and stuff say they get a lot of business, but it's hard to get your content seen if you're not a big time creator. And I'm like, I don't have time to sit there and post videos of me dancing.
Right.
And
But if you do
Post videos of you using the product.
Yeah, if you do some kind of TikTok, remember you can download that and put it in your Facebook story or put it in your group. So you could just do like, hey, you guys come join my group on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. I don't know how TikTok works. So like I said, I don't know anything about it.
My daughter says I don't want to know anything about it.
Yeah, I think my daughter said she doesn't
She
want
said
me
there's
to know
too
anything
much mess
about
on it. Yeah,
there's a lot. Like we got into it to like, there is a bunch of mess and there's a bunch of people you want to stay away from
right.
But you, like, I've got now, even on Facebook, there's a bunch of moms and stuff who created a TikTok moms group on Facebook.
Go join it today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already in it.
Oh,
but it's another one of those things you can't advertise in it.
You're not going to advertise in it.
You're not.
No.
You know what?
And that's what I've always found hard to figure out is how do you.
I want you to make 5 new friends from those ladies today. I want you to make 5 new friends from those ladies today. Okay.
Okay.
And you can.
Hey,
you
know
can
what? I love your TikToks. Private message them. I love your TikToks. I love what you find the ones that you connect with and that you have content with you. And I would love to add you as a friend. Don't even talk about your group. Don't even talk about what you're doing. But I would love to add you as a friend. Add your 5 friends today, and add them as you can. And then you'll go back and say, you know what? I'm doing this thing over in my group where I'm talking about just being a mom. I would love to invite you over to my group. And then now you've developed more people that are going to follow you, and you've added to your group, and that is going to turn into customers or team members. Okay. So yeah, those are the groups that you're in like that. Utilize them to your advantage. You already know you have something in common with them.
So if you do your TikTok, I was just gonna say, if you do your TikTok videos, like just like something like, dry lips got you down or whatever, and then you just put this on and you don't even say what it is, and then you go, oh, my lips are so kissable now or whatever. You're not advertising, and you could still put that video in that mom's group because you're not saying anything. Yeah. If somebody asks you, oh, what are you using or what is that, then you just private message them and you tell them.
Exactly.
And
that's exactly like what I was talking about when I go on and I do different things in my group. And I'm starting to let them know more and more about me. I call them, this is a get real moment or whatever. I don't even remember what I say, but here's
something
my real,
like that.
Here's my real deal.
I'm being real.
I'm like, here's my real deal. But like I said, I'll be like, you guys, my hair is a mess, but it sure is soft. I've not sold them a thing, but I've just put it in their brain that Melody has soft hair.
Melody's doing something right.
It's all kinds of subliminal messaging, basically, where you're not telling them to purchase your stuff. You're telling them how great what your hair is doing. You know what, guys, this stuff used to be so dry. I'm so happy it's so soft. Now I just told what my problem is and that I have solved it. Problem solved.
I don't know. I've never heard of anybody else. Everybody says it's dandruff, but I could never use certain shampoos because it would make my scalp itch. And now I don't have that problem anymore.
Yep.
and I
Well,
love it. Because it's like I hated washing my hair because I'd go around scratching all day, and it's like, you get that look, do you have lice or something? No, it's like
Oh, I know.
that, but it doesn't. It's not. It's just this itchy feeling. It's like it's
Mine
clean,
would do
but
that
it's-
too.
Okay.
And no,
hold on.
but
Hold
it's
on
the
one
same
second.
day.
Hold on
yeah.
1 second. Christine, I'm coming straight to you right here, okay? Ready? I better see a post about how your head used to be itchy and scratchy. Does anyone else have that problem? Because you don't anymore. There's your content. Sorry, I don't even know where to
No,
look.
I get it. It's just one of those things. Like, do you really want to talk about that? Because is somebody going to say you're dirty and nasty? I'm not dirty and
No.
nasty.
That's a problem. You're talking about a problem, and besides that, you
That's
don't
a
have
myth.
that problem anymore. You do not have that problem anymore. So what you're doing is you are talking about a problem that you have that you found the solution for. There are other people that have that problem that you could solve the problem for.
Mhm.
Seriously, and you guys, y'all know what Tiffany's doing. She's just on fire. That girl is just like a little firecracker. And you know what? And if y'all aren't in her group, check out her group. Also, she hardly ever posts, but when she posts, it's pretty effective. Like today, she just posted a really pretty picture of her hair with the curls, and she's getting a whole
Who'd you
bunch of
say?
Tiffany Ryder.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. But seriously, she all the time is talking about just how great the shampoo and what the shampoo is doing for her. Use that. That's a tool for you that will be huge. The minute people listen, you put that out there, and 10 of your friends, only 10 of your friends respond, and they said, "Oh my gosh, I have that, and I've been trying this dandruff shampoo, and it just makes it worse." You know what? I feel you. I went through it. I'm gonna send you a message. Boom. Sold.
Can we not pull mommy's hair, please?
Let
Let me not pull my hair, little monkey.
Hey, well, hey, I'm sorry. I gotta get off.
Yeah,
It was nice to
we're
chat
just-
around with y'all.
Yeah, no, I gotta get this one.
I hope that you guys
Later.
got value out of this. And Christina, if I don't see a post about how that helped your hair, I'm coming after you, girl.
No, I'm gonna get it. I gotta get this one fed, and then I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, anytime in the next couple of days, and make some friends. Okay, you make some new friends.
I will.
Today, and you talk about how you solved what the problem you solved is. Okay, you don't
Okay.
talk about your shampoo and don't say the words Cove Creek. Make it a curiosity post. Has anyone ever experienced that itch that's not dandruff, but just drives your head crazy? Just say it like that you worry that people think you have lice because you have to itch your head all the time. Thank God I don't have to deal with that anymore. Make it some kind of curiosity, because that's probably not the exact way to say it, but find some way to say it. Something similar to that. And seriously, I think this, number one, I hope that I saw that light bulb moment the way I thought I saw it a while ago, because it just seemed like all of a sudden you were like, wait a second, that just makes so much more sense. I hope that this helps solve your issue, and you just make those few little changes, and you don't have to do it overnight, but you make those few changes, and your business is about to skyrocket, because you've been doing so much towards it that you'll start getting more interaction, because it's a totally different type of interaction. All right, I will see you soon.
All right, Miss Mel.
Bye,
Thank you
baby.
very much.
Bye, baby.
Bye-bye to Mel. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
What a cute smile. Is he looking down at me? No,
He's looking at my phone.
Oh, the phone.
My phone just lit up, so he's looking at the phone like, what's that?
I want it bad. All right,
Yep,
you guys,
pretty much.
you have a great night. I'll see you later.
You too.
Okay,
Later.
bye-bye.
Bye.